Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a wise and respected Zen master named Master Wu. He was known for his wisdom, tranquility, and ability to control his emotions, especially his anger. People from far and wide sought his guidance and teachings, hoping to learn the art of inner peace. In the same village lived a young man named Ravi. Ravi was known for his quick temper and hot-headed nature. His anger would flare up at the slightest provocation, causing him to lose control of his actions and words. This behavior had brought much trouble and suffering into his life, as he would often regret his actions after the storm of anger had passed. One day, Ravi heard about Master Wu and his ability to control anger. Intrigued, he decided to visit the Zen master and seek his guidance. When Ravi arrived at the humble dwelling of Master Wu, he found the master sitting peacefully in meditation, his face serene and undisturbed. Ravi approached Master Wu and said, "Master, I have heard of your wisdom and your ability to control anger. I am plagued by this destructive emotion, and I seek your guidance to overcome it." Master Wu opened his eyes and looked at Ravi with compassion. He said, "Anger is like a raging fire that burns everything in its path, including oneself. It clouds the mind, distorts judgment, and brings suffering to both the angry person and those around them. But anger can be tamed, my young friend. It requires practice, self-reflection, and a deep understanding of oneself." Ravi, eager to learn, asked, "Master, how can I begin this journey to control my anger?" Master Wu smiled and replied, "Let me share with you a story, young Ravi. Once there was a great warrior who possessed immense strength and skill in combat. He was feared by many, but he had a terrible temper. One day, he approached a wise sage seeking guidance on how to control his anger. The sage agreed to help him, but gave him a peculiar task. He handed the warrior a bag filled with nails and told him, "Every time you lose your temper, drive one of these nails into the wooden fence outside your house." The warrior accepted the challenge. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. The warrior found himself driving countless nails into the wooden fence as his anger got the best of him. Gradually, he started realizing the consequences of his actions. Each time he lost his temper, he not only damaged the fence, but also created a rift between himself and those around him. One day, the warrior returned to the sage and proudly proclaimed, "Master, I have driven countless nails into the wooden fence, and I have learned my lesson. I now control my anger." The sage smiled and said, "My dear warrior, you have indeed made progress, but there is still more to learn." He then asked the warrior to remove one nail from the fence every time he managed to control his anger and remain calm. The warrior diligently followed the sage's instructions. Day by day, as he removed the nails, he felt a sense of liberation. Finally, the day arrived when the last nail was removed, and the wooden fence stood strong and intact once again. Master Wu paused and looked deeply into Ravi's eyes. "Just like the warrior, my young friend, controlling anger is a gradual process. It requires patience, self-awareness, and a willingness to learn from one's mistakes. You must take small steps every day, consciously choosing to respond with calmness instead of reacting with anger." Ravi nodded, absorbing Master Wu's words. He realized that his journey towards controlling anger would not be an overnight transformation, but a lifelong practice. With renewed determination, he asked, "Master, please guide me on this path. Teach me how to respond to anger with tranquility." Master Wu agreed and began mentoring Ravi in the ways of Zen. He taught him various meditation techniques to cultivate inner peace and mindfulness. He guided him through exercises to observe and understand his anger triggers, exploring the root causes of his anger and delving deep into his past experiences and beliefs. As the months passed, Ravi's anger began to lose its grip on him. He discovered that beneath the anger lay fear, pain, and unfulfilled expectations. Through Master Wu's guidance, Ravi learned to address these underlying emotions with compassion and understanding. He practiced forgiveness, not only towards others, but also towards himself. One day, While meditating in the serene surroundings of the village temple, Ravi experienced a profound realization. He understood that anger was not an external force that controlled him, but an internal state of mind that he could choose to change. It was in that moment of clarity that Ravi truly mastered the art of controlling his anger. Word of Ravi's transformation spread throughout the village, and people marveled at his newfound serenity. They sought his counsel and guidance, just as he had sought Master Wu's. Ravi, now a beacon of peace, shared the wisdom he had gained and helped many others overcome their anger. Years passed, and Ravi became a respected and wise elder in the village. He continued to practice and share the teachings of Zen, inspiring generations to come. Through it all, he never forgot the invaluable lessons he had learned from Master Wu, the art of controlling anger and the power of inner peace. So, my dear friends, remember that anger is a choice. It may be a natural emotion, but how we respond to it is within our control. Like Ravi, we can embark on a journey of self-reflection, mindfulness, and compassion to master our anger and find lasting peace within ourselves. Let us learn from the wisdom of the Zen masters and strive to create a world where anger is replaced by understanding, love, and harmony. The moral of this story is that controlling our anger is a gradual process that requires patience, self-reflection, and a commitment to personal growth. Anger is a powerful emotion that, if left unchecked, can cause harm to ourselves and those around us. However, by consciously choosing to respond with calmness and understanding, we can break free from the destructive cycle of anger and find inner peace. The story teaches us that anger is not an external force that controls us, but rather a state of mind that we have the power to change. It emphasizes the importance of self-awareness, recognizing our anger triggers, and understanding the underlying emotions that fuel our anger. Through practices like meditation, forgiveness, and cultivating compassion, we can gain mastery over our anger and transform it into positive energy. Furthermore, the story highlights the significance of learning from wise mentors and seeking guidance when faced with challenges. Ravi sought the wisdom of Master Wu, a respected Zen master, and through his guidance, Ravi was able to embark on a transformative journey. This reminds us that we don't have to face our struggles alone. There are mentors, teachers, and guides who can offer us invaluable insights and support along the way. Ultimately, the moral of the story encourages us to choose love, understanding, and peace over anger. It inspires us to strive for a world where anger is replaced by empathy, compassion, and harmonious relationships. By practicing control over our anger, we can create a positive ripple effect in our lives and contribute to a more peaceful and harmonious society.